and Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Myself then.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3OT. Again, we have not that much news. The NBA is coming back, but outside of a few more reported COVID cases, nothing new. So we're going to do another redraft for you. I seem to enjoy it a lot. The better talented classes are always more fun. So today we're doing 2009. That's James Harden, Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, Drew Holiday, DeMar DeRozan. Lots of great players. As always, I am here with Kevin. Hello.
Hey, yeah, man, my fault.
And Patrick.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So without further ado, let's get it started. Clippers held the first pick, took Blake Griffin. I'm pretty sure we're all going to take the same person. I'm taking Steph. All right. Kevin, Patrick, who we got taken?
First pick.
Yeah.
I'm taking James Harden.
Ooh, hot take. Why do you think James Harden's better than Steph?
I mean, he's a better individual player, definitely. But Curry is more of a team player, so I guess you take the more talented player first. So I'm taking Harden.
Kevin, who you taking?
I'm taking Steph Curry still. They didn't have Chris Paul at the time. If they did, though, I would have taken James Harden, but no.
What would you argue to Patrick on why to take Steph over Harden?
Although both of them, I do fit well in their leadership roles, I just feel like Steph is much more accomplished, if you know what I mean, in compared to James Harden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
even if James Harden, I think a decent team, I don't think they could still make it at all.
For me,
if
it's
you had
just
Durant.
I don't know.
For me, it's the winning factor, honestly. You got Harden, who still hasn't won a chip, has had also incredibly talented teams. You have Steph, who, he had the 73-9 team. He didn't finish on it, but he did have that team. And if it weren't for an insane performance from LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, along with, a bit of a lucky suspension and a lucky injury of Bogut, we might have a different situation there. But I think that Steph really, he changed the way the game is played. And James Harden is a product of that, but I don't think you can really take Harden at one with the impact that Steph has on court compared to the impact James Harden has.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one, honestly.
I mean, absolutely, but I think this Steph Harden conversation is incredibly interesting because, to me, James Harden raises your floor really heavily. You can give James Harden a team of almost nothing and you get the 8th seed. That's what happened the first season where he was on the Rockets. You give Steph Curry nothing, you're probably still going to be in the lottery, honestly. Because we saw what happened in the finals when Toronto, had to play against Steph Curry and a bunch of G League guys. It just didn't work. So having Steph, I think, raises a team's ceiling so much more. And of course, you like raising a floor. That gets you to be a decent team. But I think if I'm taking first overall, I'm going to value the player that can get me to best regular season record of all time, can get me 2 MVPs, all of that, over someone who, first of all, was a 6th man for half of his career and probably that was the role best for him, and really had to take the perfect system and all of that to become what he did. And I'm not saying Steph didn't also need the perfect system, but I feel like with Steph, it's more plug and play than Harden. Y'all got anything to add to that conversation?
I'll just say he's not gonna make you miss 27 threes in a row.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
all I gotta say.
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
All right, that is the shortest conversation anyone has ever had about the first pick. But the second overall pick, y'all remember what happened here, right?
This is where Hashim Dabi.
Memphis, big brain moves.
See, this pick was insane. Like, it made no sense. Because even then, Marc Gasol looked decent. Like, they got him the season before, and he looked decent that year, and then they still took a center. Which is stupid, to say the least.
They want to bring in some competition. That's all they wanted to do.
Why would you bring in competition for your best player?
Make them better.
Hmm.
Nah, it's just it's a dumb
Yeah.
move. It's a dumb move.
It's a real dumb move. All right, second overall pick. Patrick, who you taking? Who's joining Marc Gasol and Mike Conley?
I'll take Steph Curry.
There you go. Finally goes off the board. You think Steph Curry and Mike Conley can coexist?
I think Mike Conley might have to be riding the bench.
Whoa. Tough.
Which would be fine, because Mike Conley could be that player.
Or get traded.
Yeah.
He was still pretty good. I don't think he wasn't that injured that year. So you trade him, you can get some good pieces back.
He could be a good 6-man though.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like that could be, because he's not like, he's better than the average point guard, but he's not on that star level, I don't feel. So
Yeah.
he could average an easy 19 off the bench. 20.
You have to remember, in that case, you're trading Allen Iverson then, right?
Allen Iverson was washed at that point. There's no way they're going to care about Allen Iverson if they have the opportunity to take Steph Curry.
Yeah, but then would you then you would probably trade Allen Iverson instead of and then keep Mike Conley, right? And just
cut
as
Allen
your
Iverson.
backup point guard.
I mean, this is 2009 Allen Iverson. So.
Exactly. This is Allen Iverson one season before going to Turkey.
Oh, damn, you're right.
Do we really care about Allen Iverson at this point?
No, sir.
Exactly.
That's a mean way to put it, but okay.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, it's true. It's true though. It's true. He wasn't at his best. Not even close.
Yeah. It's certainly not great. Kevin, who you taking from Memphis? You got Steph at 1. I think it's pretty obvious for the both of us.
I'm taking James Harden.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
James Harden and Mike Conley fit better than,
I mean, you don't have a conflict in the same position.
You do have a conflict of ball dominance.
That's the only thing I do see. But I mean, although I think it was that for me, James Harden, if you give him a lot more minutes, like how he kind of became the first option in Houston, I feel like if he were to get drafted maybe to Memphis, he might have still stayed, or at least not become that big. Almost maybe he would have stayed in his role that he had in Oklahoma City.
Oh, so he would have been the third option for his whole career?
Maybe not third option. Maybe he would have maybe moved up to second option, maybe even first. But I don't think he would have been so dominant. No, I still think he would have been first option for that team. But based on the coach that they had, and since they were their grind, they emphasized defense so much. I don't think he would have. I think he would have maybe fit well. Who knows? He's not gonna have D'Antoni to coach him to get him to average at least 36 points. Actually, he's
gonna get Fizdale in a few years.
No.
And Fizdale did love using guards as opposed to European big men.
That's true. Yeah, at the time they had Lionel Hall.
Repeat that, Pat.
I was just gonna say that I feel like James Harden is getting at least 25 in any system, like prime James Harden,
Yeah.
25, 27.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure about that, but I can see where you're coming from.
He had what's his name before he had D'Antoni?
Oh,
What was it?
Kevin
Kevin
McHale.
McHale.
Yeah, Kevin McHale, and he was already dominating. He dominated as soon as he got to Houston. I remember they played OKC, and he was
First round
clearly
of
the
the
best player
playoffs.
on that team. He was clearly the best player. So he wasn't doing what he is now, but I feel like if you put him in any like a regular system, like not one where even if you don't have him dominate the ball like he does now, he's averaging at least
Well,
25, 27.
even with Kevin McHale, he was dominating the ball constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just that you like if you just don't have him coming off the bench, like that's really just the main thing. Like he just got a lot more minutes. I feel
So you
because
think
he
the
was still
production will
talented
just come
offensively.
with the minute?
OKC. I mean, yeah, it's minutes, and also he had Kevin Durant and Westbrook,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
I
was,
mean,
I mean, if he was as talented as he is now with them, like, I'm
he,
not sure that would be really a big deal.
I mean,
But
James Harden came into the league out of shape,
yeah, but
and
he
then
really
Yeah.
like
he just kind
he
of
polished his skills.
he picked that up by just like being on a team with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, who are just
Yeah,
Kevin Durant is I just want to play basketball and use my burner accounts, and Russell Westbrook is I just want to get as annoyed as possible and play as well as possible so I can talk shit to people.
I feel like Russ and James Harden would have won a chip.
I mean, I understand why the Thunder traded James Harden because he was horrible in the finals.
Who, James Harden?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
had
Oh
like
yeah, that finals against
40% field
Miami.
goal percentage on 13 points. Which is not someone you're going to pay 20 mil a year.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bad showing. That was a little too. I feel like he wasn't ready. He
I
really
mean, it was
wasn't.
just such horrible timing that there was no way you were going to give that player that much money. That's not how the league works. And Serge Ibaka came back from an injury during that playoff run and showed out. Russell Westbrook had the second or third highest playoff finals points in a game of all time, and Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant. So I mean, he was obviously the odd man out. It sucks that it worked out this way, but I mean, it makes sense why they traded James Harden. I will also be taking James Harden at number 2 overall. I don't think that's very much of a question.